Picture this. The camera glides across a dimly lit garage, and as the lights flicker on, the 2026 Dodge Super B sits front and center like a coiled muscle ready to strike. The intro music fades, and I step toward the car with a grin because this thing isn't just a revival of a classic badge, it's Dodge reminding everyone they still know how to build a street brawler with swagger. Today we're diving deep into the interior, exterior, performance, and pricing of the 2026 Dodge Super B, and by the end, you'll know exactly whether this beast belongs in your driveway or just in your dreams. Let's start with what you see first, and honestly, what you can't take your eyes off, the exterior. The 2026 Super B takes the familiar wide-body stance Dodge has perfected and tightens it up with more aggressive aerodynamics. The hood has a twin extractor layout, channeling hot air away like the car's constantly exhaling smoke after a wicked pull. The Super B logo returns on the fenders, but it's redrawn, sharper, meaner, like it's been stung by its own adrenaline. The front fascia is framed by slim LED blades that seem to squint at you, daring you to come closer. And when the daytime running lights sweep on, they give off that unmistakable Dodge attitude, confident, unapologetic, slightly threatening. Walking along the side, you notice the muscular arches that house the staggered wheels. Dodge gives you lightweight forged alloys wrapped in sticky performance rubber that looks ready to glue itself to the pavement. The sculpted side skirts do more than look cool, they help keep the car planted at speed. Out back, the tail lamps form a continuous LED bar, almost like a heartbeat running across the rear. And the quad exhaust tips are huge, unapologetically so, signaling that yes, this car still believes in noise. The Super B badge sits proudly on the trunk, and the subtle deckled spoiler hints at downforce without being cartoonish. Overall, the exterior blends modern aerodynamics with just enough retro character to make longtime fans smile without feeling like the design team got stuck in the past. Step inside, and the cabin hits you with that mix of muscle car spirit and modern tech that Dodge has been dialing in recently. The interior feels more upscale than older Dodge models, but it still keeps that raw performance vibe. You drop into heavily bolstered sport seats, wrapped in Alcantara and leather with yellow stitching tracing every contour. The stitching actually glows softly at night thanks to the new ambient lighting strips hidden under the seams, a subtle detail that feels as cool as it sounds. The steering wheel is thick, flat-bottomed, and made for drivers who want to feel every ounce of feedback. Paddle shifters sit behind it, cold to the touch and metallic, reminding you this car didn't come to play nice. Front and center is a large curved display that merges the gauge cluster and infotainment into one sweeping screen. Dodge redesigned the UI to be more performance-focused, so you get customizable drive pages, live G-force tracking, boost pressure readouts, and even a mode that shows real-time power output. The infotainment supports wireless everything, CarPlay, Android Auto, your phone's apps, all of it, and the audio system is a premium multi-speaker setup tuned to cut through the engine's roar without drowning it out. The materials throughout the cabin feel tighter, better fitted than early muscle cars, with soft touch surfaces and real metal trim where it matters. The back seats, they exist. They're fine for kids or adults you don't particularly like, but let's be real, this car wasn't built for rear seat comfort. It's all about the driver and the thrill. But now, let's get to the part most people care about, performance. The 2026 Super B brings back internal combustion with a vengeance. Dodge knows not everyone wants an EV, and this car proves it. Under the hood lives a high-output turbocharged inline-six from the company's Hurricane engine family, tuned specifically for the Super B. It pumps out numbers that make you raise an eyebrow, well over 500 horsepower in the standard configuration, and even more if you opt for the performance package. Torque comes on thick and early, giving you that immediate gut punch that muscle car fans crave. The engine note has been tuned to carry just enough rasp and rumble to feel old school while keeping emissions modern. It doesn't try to fake a V8 sound, and honestly, it doesn't have to. It's loud, it's angry, and it's authentic. The Super B comes with an advanced adaptive suspension system that stiffens in sport modes but stays surprisingly compliant in the more relaxed settings. You can daily this car without feeling like your spine is being punished. But when you switch to track mode, everything tightens up. The steering response sharpens, the throttle mapping gets more aggressive, and the turbo spools so quickly that you almost forget it's not a naturally aspirated V8. The 8-speed automatic transmission cracks through gears with precision, snappy, but smooth enough to keep you planted. 0 to 60 happens in the low 3-second range when properly equipped, and the car holds the road like it's got claws digging into the asphalt. Braking is handled by large Brembo calipers, giving you confidence as you throw the car into corners harder than you probably should. One thing that stands out while driving is how balanced the car feels. Older muscle cars tended to be straight-line monsters but got nervous when asked to dance. The 2026 Super B, though, feels like it learned some manners. It claws through corners with minimal body roll, and the chassis communicates what's happening under you without feeling twitchy. Dodge has clearly taken cues from modern performance sedans while still maintaining that old-school sense of brutality in a straight line. Whether you're ripping through back roads or cruising on the highway, the car manages to feel alive without exhausting you. Now let's talk price, because that's where things get interesting. Dodge didn't position the Super B as a bargain bin muscle car, but they also didn't try to make it unreachable. The starting price slots in competitively for the segment, giving you a performance machine for less than many European sports sedans that offer similar power. Adding the performance package bumps the cost up, but even fully loaded, the Super B remains in what most enthusiasts would consider justifiable territory. It's not cheap, but it also doesn't feel overpriced. You're paying for real performance, real engineering, and a design that stands out in a world of increasingly safe and anonymous styling. In the end, the 2026 Dodge Super B feels like a statement. It's Dodge telling the world that the muscle car isn't dead, it's just evolving. This car blends the heritage of the classic Super B with modern technology, sharper engineering, and a powertrain built for a new era. It's loud, fast, stylish, and unapologetically bold. For enthusiasts who want something visceral without stepping into the EV world just yet, this is one of the most exciting options on the market. And for anyone who grew up loving the old Super B, this 2026 version isn't just a revival, it's a reinvention that honors the past while charging aggressively into the future. If you're into cars with attitude, performance that punches hard, and a personality that refuses to blend in, then the Super B might just be your next obsession. And honestly, after spending time with it, I get it. This car doesn't just transport you, it transforms you.